I'm Paige. I'm from Tampa. I live in Orlando right now, and I've been creating forever. I feel like I got really into painting when I was like 18. I took like a college course on painting, just like introduction to painting, and I fell in love with it. Like, I do fine artworks and I do the paint and sip instructing, and I really just like see that as who I am. And I worked for people, I worked with people, and now I'm at the stage where I'm doing that same stuff that I was doing then by myself. I have several styles. I would like to, mash them all up together one day, but I do surreal artwork, I do abstract, and I do representational artwork. If somebody wanted me to paint, a portrait or a dog portrait, which is what I do a lot, I can do the representational art. I have the skills, I can do it. But, from my heart, I like to make paintings that have, a societal implication, or I like to make paintings that relate to society. I really look up to Dolly, who took his time doing that. A lot of the times, I do non-representational artwork, and sometimes I find myself doing that because I'm like, oh, I just need to put myself in that situation. I might not have an idea of what I'm doing, but if I get started, I might find myself halfway through with an actual idea of what I'm doing. So, do I need a subject? No. And a lot of the times I prefer making artwork that doesn't have a subject, stuff that is abstract or illusionary, or just like playful stuff that's meant to be hung up and looked at and not like thought about for a long time. One piece that I'm really, really proud of is Water is to Fish as Society is to People. And this was a painting that I did in response to life in 2020, and actually was published in a American artist study by the Zoo Family Museum in Athens, Greece. And this was an opportunity that I never saw for myself. And it's kind of important to let people know, like, even though you're not sure what opportunity waits for you, if you have the materials like set up, who knows what's gonna happen. So always being ready, being yourself, and making artwork that you're really proud of ends up in places like this. So, keep doing your own thing, and you might find yourself in a position that I was, where I didn't ever expect this type of thing to happen for me. Something I would like to improve about myself is just like how fast I get stuff done, because somebody will come to me, an idea will come to my desk, and it might take me a year to do something. And a lot of that has to do with me wanting to do things on 10, on 100, me wanting to do things perfectly. And so I kind of let that hold me back a little bit, but I'm working on that. I'm holding myself accountable in that way. And my strengths are just like my individuality. Being a female creative is something I'm super proud of. And there's so much talent in this area that I get inspired by every single day. But to just be myself, that's my strength. My most favorite part of the creative process is just the things that I come up with initially. I'm not saying my, least favorite part of the process is everything else, because that's not really true. But, having those ideas is really like my favorite part. I recognize that my artist statements are gonna like outlive me. That's something that I don't take for granted, and I don't take lightly, which is why a lot of the times these artist statements are massive or really deep, because they're gonna outlive me, and I want them to like mean something at the end of the day. So you can find my Instagram at Picassa_Paints. Go to my website, PicassaPaints.com. That's the home of all my artwork.